Hello Artsy, today let's make a mask strap using the basic I-cord beginner friendly tutorial. You were able to watch our previous video. We made a basic I-cord using separate yarns. This time we are going to make it in the same yarn strand, so the output would be of the same color. First, you need to make a slip knot, but make sure to leave a long tail. For this one, I left around 36 inches long tail, and the output is around 12-inch I-cord. So I suggest you make a long tail that is more than 36 inches. And then go ahead and make 4 chains. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. These 4 chains will be the base of our lobster clasp. For our mask strap, we need to put our first lobster clasp. After putting it in your chain of 4, make a slip stitch to lock the lobster clasp. So it's up to you if you want to make it, you want to attach the lobster clasp on this first round, or you want to attach it later after you are done with the strap. But for me, I want to put it there on the first time. So after you make a slip stitch, this is how it would look like. Again, if you would like to add the lobster clasp at the end of the mask strap, it's up to you. Before we proceed with the basic I-cord, let's first have an anatomy. So we would now have 2 sides of the yarn. The working yarn is the one attached to your yarn ball, and then the tail would be the long tail that we left earlier when we made the first slip stitch. Now we are ready to make our I-cord. So to do that, we need to wrap around our long tail in the hook from the front to the back. So go ahead and wrap your long tail from the front to the back, and then hold it firmly at the bottom before you pull through in the 2 loops. There. And then wrap around again, hold it at the bottom, and then make sure that it has almost same height before you pull through on both loops. So this is how we would make the basic I-cord. It's just a repetitive process of wrapping around the long tail in your hook, remember, from the front to the back, and then pulling through both loops using your working yarn. So the advantage of this type of project is that you can make it as long as you want. Just make sure that you leave a longer tail to make sure that your output for the mask strap is also long enough. So I just said long more than 2 times in one sentence, but go ahead and make your I-cord on your preferred length, and then I'll show you how to close this project. So here's the output of the 36-inch long tail. So I was able to make it around 11 to 12-inch length of the mask strap. So again, if you want to make it longer, you need to leave a long tail, more than 36 inches. So you would notice that the output of the cord is more sturdy versus the output if we are just going to make a single chain. So that's one of the advantages of making this I-cord. Now we are going to um, close the loop. So to do that, we need to pull through the long tail that is now short through the working yarn loop. So if you pull through both, it would close now the I-cord. But for now, what we are going to pull through is the um, long tail only, because we need to make another chain 4 just like how we did it in the other end. So we are going to mirror what we did on the other end of the mask strap. So we are going to make a chain of 4, 2, 3, 4, and then slip stitch to the first chain, chain 1, then fasten off. So early on, I showed you to include the lobster clasp before closing your chain of 4. So now I am going to show you how to attach the lobster clasp if you prefer to attach it on the later part of your project. So if you chose to attach it on the later part, we need to open the jump ring so that you would be able to insert our lobster clasp in the chain of 4 ring. So for this case, you can use a plier if you need to. So I just opened the jump ring and then I'm trying to attach the jump ring into the chain 4 circle. So there. Totally up to you if you want to include it before closing your chain of 4 or you want to do it this way. There, so we just made the magic no, not magic strap. We just made the mask strap, so you just have to weave in the ends of the tail and the working yarn. Make sure also that your lobster clasps are facing each other so that it's easier to attach on your masks. There you go. I hope you liked it. Feel free to tag me on Instagram or Facebook if you were able to make a mask strap using the basic I-cord concept. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.